Admiral, welcome to Exeter City. How does it feel to be a Grecian?
I'm delighted to be here, happy to get it over the line and can't wait to get started.
Obviously, we know that deadline day and the last 2 days of the window can be pretty crazy. When did you first hear of the interest?
I spoke to the gaffer probably about 2 weeks ago now. We've been in contact since, but everything sort of got completed about 24, 48 hours ago, and then it was literally a rush to get down there.
And what was it that he told you about the club that sold it to you?
I think the club has a history of young players being given an opportunity to play and express themselves, and there's proof in that in the likes of Ollie Watkins and Purdue, and I'd like to think that given the opportunity I can excel here and hopefully help the team win games, score goals, create chances.
Plenty of experience in this division. You were at Fleetwood, scored 3 goals in 17. How was your experience there?
Fleetwood was good. It was good, probably different circumstances, but I guess every situation you learn from and every experience, you can always take a positive from it. So I'm just hoping to kick on again.
Of course, you've been with Luton for a few years, having come up from the Leicester youth ranks. What was that journey like from Leicester and into professional football? Because I think you joined Leicester at age 9?
Yeah, I was at Leicester from 7 till 22, so 15 years. So most of my football childhood and sort of my footballing education was done at Leicester. I had loan spells in sort of the latter years, but being at Leicester was great, and home city as well. So, and they sort of laid the foundations to where I am now. So I'll forever be thankful for that.
Was it always going to be football for you growing up?
I played a few other sports growing up, but I think football was always the number one sport, and thankfully it's the one I stuck with as well.
A couple of loan spells, Wickham and Swindon as well. How do you think those loan spells perhaps shaped you as a player?
Loans-wise, Swindon was my first loan, so that was always that first experience of men's football, so you sort of learn a lot about yourself, and that was the first time moving away from home kind of thing, so you mature in that sense. And then Wickham was my first taste of the Championship, which I thought went well. Unfortunately, we did get relegated that year, but I think only come deadline, the last day, by 1 point, so that was definitely a positive experience.
That was obviously a season where Wickham, there was an expectation that they would just go straight down, and actually that must have been a really interesting, exciting season for you, where actually the odds are always against you, there's no pressure, right?
Yeah, I think people almost counted Wickham out before a ball was even kicked, and then for us to still be in the mix and still be in contention come the end was something that we could be proud of.
I think was it 3-0 win on the final day as well, so you certainly didn't go down without a fight.
Nah, you always fight until the last game. I think if results went our way, I think we needed to win 8-0 on the day, but we tried our best.
How would you describe yourself as a player? What kind of striker would you say you are?
I want to score goals, get assists, help the team in that sense, excite the fans, get the fans off their seats, bring creativity and opportunity to other players around me, and ultimately win games for the team.
It's been a really good start for the club this season. I'm sure you've probably seen some of the games, and Gary's explained, the style of play to you. Does that really excite you?
And that's one of the reasons why I've decided to come here. The style of play, the manager, the staff, and the team that sort of he's built, and I'm hoping I can add to that.
It's obviously a great mix of youth and experience in this team. You probably fall right in the middle of that. You must be really excited to be a part of this group. Yeah,
I think you always need some experience amongst youth, and I think there's the perfect blend here.
Of course, you've played for your country as well, for Zimbabwe. How's that for you? That must have been a special moment.
Yeah, it's always an honour. I was at AFCON, the last AFCON just gone, and it's always a huge honour for myself and my family every time I play for my national team.
So you came down here just in the last couple of days, straight into a game tomorrow. You must be really excited to be kicking on so early.
I guess the training days are all geared up to match days, so to have a match day tomorrow is exciting, and every player wants to play a match, so I'll be excited and looking forward to that.
What are you most excited about for this next season?
I think the team can do really well and surprise a lot of people, or maybe we're quietly confident ourselves on what we are able to do, and hopefully we can show that.